Sorry, I already tried to film this, but my shirt is having technical difficulties. It's just how it's gonna be. But hi, hello, welcome back to another FlossTube video. My name is Emily, this is Snark and Spark, and today is a homework video, so I'm going to be talking about what's going on in Magical Stitches and what is going on in Daily 30. So, dun 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 dun, here we are. Lots of fun stuff going on. So we are wrapping up the end of September. It doesn't feel real, but we are. We are coming up on the end of September, and we start October this week, and it's Friday is October 1st, and Saturday is October 2nd, Sunday is October 3rd, and it just feels unreal to me that we are almost out of October. But yeah, so we are finishing up book 2 of the Heroes of Olympus series, The Son of Neptune. I think it doesn't feel real that I'm so far behind, or it doesn't feel real that September is ending, because I just hit halfway through the book of book 2 because I was playing catch up. So I just now am at the halfway mark, so I'm like, there's no way we're almost done, but we are. Yeah. Anyways, I highly recommend, if you are not a big reader but you still want to join in, or you want to understand more of what the prompts, how the prompts connect to the story and the group and everything, get it as an audiobook. So that's what I've been doing. This book series is a little bit bigger than the Percy Jackson series, and it's just easier for me to fit into my daily life and my daily schedule if I listen to it as an audiobook. I listen to it while I'm at work or when I'm doing household tasks. It's just a good way to get more books in your life. So I highly recommend that. If you are wanting to join in, but you're not like a sit down and physical book reader, give audiobooks a try. Anyways, since we are wrapping up, this is the last task. We are at week 4, task 4, and it does go all week. We are going from Monday, September 27th to Sunday, October 3rd. So, campers, wow! Your battle skills have improved so much from earlier this year. Take this week to recover from the war games. I'm reading it off my phone. We will continue the final battle after you have had time to eat, rest, and recover. This week, our heroes are still on an adventure and are needing our help, so if you are feeling up to it, these are the tasks they need help with. This week, our camp tasks are 200 stitches each. As usual, if you do not have a whip that fits, then you must work on your oldest whip for 200 stitches. Start and stop photos for each task are needed. Task number 1. While freeing Thanatos on the Hubbard Glacier, Frank realizes he has the power to shapeshift into any living animal. Sorry, spoiler alert. Stitch on a piece that shows an animal that you would shapeshift into and tell us what you picked. So really, this is just a whip with an animal. It can be any animal, you just have to say what the animal is and which one, if there's multiple animals. For me, what comes to mind, I have my Hogwarts piece because it has owls on it. It has the Patronus shapes of it on it of different animals. I could use that one. I am also thinking of the Storybook Halloween Sal because it has the first square one are black cats. It has animals, so you can use whatever comes to mind and whatever works for you. It just has to be an animal. Task number 2. Percy summons a hurricane to battle the shades and uses Riptide to slice into the glacier. Stitch on a piece with some sort of ice. Like I say frequently, and like we say in a lot, don't overthink. Do not let the challenges or the wording get you stuck in a rut and think it has to be one specific thing. Some sort of ice is very vague, and it is open to interpretation. There are ice cubes, icicles, ice pops, ice on the road. Snowflakes could be argued to be a form of ice if it's sleeting. There are lots of options, so this would definitely be the time to pull out your winter pieces and use those. Number 3. Frank, Hazel, and Percy managed to save the 12th Legion's Golden Eagle and return it back to Camp Jupiter. Stitch on something with the feathers that fell from the eagle. So again, this one you're like, wait, what? You just need to stitch on something that has feathers. So anything that has a bird, that in it, anything with like a costume, like flamingos, owls, ravens, crows, anything like that, it has to have feathers. And that's it. It doesn't have to specifically be an eagle. You just have to stitch on something with feathers. Task number 4. On their return, they find the camp being attacked by the giant. Okay, I'm listening to it. So they pronounce Polybides is how it is pronounced in the book. It's spelled like polybots, but in the audiobook it is pronounced Polybides because, Greek and Roman. By the giant and his army, stitch on a giant piece. Stitch on your biggest web. So, I would definitely say if you have a piece that is obviously big, heaven and earth designs are huge. If you have a full coverage piece, those tend to be huge. Or if you tend to stitch smaller things, we're going to see that because if you've been doing this from the beginning, you have your album, blah, 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 blah. It's just the largest piece you own, and that could be giant to you. If you typically work on like Mill Hills or something like that, yeah, that's totally valid that something else to you is huge. So that's fine. Or maybe maybe it has lots of parts and it's really long. Maybe it is a giant because you have so many different types of stitches. Like it's a problem piece, so it feels like it's a massive task. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Task number 5, you just have to explain that. Make sure you tell a story. As Sammy always says, tell us a story. We love creativity unless we tell you very specifically to do a certain thing. Otherwise, be creative, make it work. You can always ask questions in the group chats. I am the group chat person for Team Demigods. There is one for the Team Gods and one for Team Titans. You can always go and ask your questions there or on my videos, whatever is easiest. Okay, finally, task number 5. Percy joins forces with the god Terminus, god of borders, to defeat Polybides. Demigod and god together manage to defeat the giant by working together. A little wordy, but we got it. In honor of Terminus, stitch on a project that has a border. So this is one that is specific. It has to have a border. Even if it's just in a box, that's a border. So nothing free floating, nothing freestanding, just has to be encased in something. That's all of that. Let's go to daily 30. I'm in too many groups. Oh, goodness. So she did, there was a post. Carrie made a post earlier asking for opinions for next year. They're planning for stuff for next year, asking if we prefer 3 to 4 whips to be considered. So we'll see. So we are still on Gratitude Week. We have until this Friday for Gratitude Week. The one that just started this past Friday is Rhino Week. I didn't know this, September 22nd was World Rhino Day. These large mammals, characterized by 1 or 2 horns on their heads, are in fact related to the prehistoric woolly mammoths. Prized for their horn, large-scale poaching has made these herbivores critically endangered. That's sad. Join us this week as we take a look at the world of the rhinoceros. Awesome. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It looks like we have an option of doing 200 stitches or 2 hours, or 300 stitches or 3 hours for all of them, except for the daily 30, of course. So, number 1, there are 5 species of rhinoceros that live in Africa, India, and Indonesia, with the black Javan or Javan, Sumatran, and Indian all on the endangered list. So 4 out of 5. That sucks. The white rhino population has in fact increased in recent years, although there are only thought to be approximately 20,000 in the wild. Even though 2 of the species are named black and white, all of the species are in fact gray. Stitch on a whip of your choice using black, white, or gray floss. You may use any combination of these colors to reach your chosen stitch count. 2. Rhinos are herbivores and use their horn to dig up roots and bulbs of plants. Their flat lip then helps them to suck up the plants like a lawnmower. So just the image of that in my head was really funny to me. Stitch on a whip with a plant. Trees, bushes, grass, flowers, berries, vegetables. Anything that grows in the ground is a plant. 3, rhinos are the second largest land mammal behind the elephant. Stitch on your second largest whip. Okay, Harry Potter's my largest. I think Read Now is my second largest. 4, a species of bird called the oxpecker. Just gonna leave that there. We're not gonna laugh. I didn't laugh. Did you? Let's try this again. A species of bird called the oxpecker likes to sit on rhinos and eat the bugs and ticks from its skin. This helps keep the rhino skin healthy and the bird safe from predators, and in return the bird warns the rhino of any dangers by making loud sounds. All of that to say, stitch on a whip with a penis. No, I am totally joking. That is not what it says. It is stitch on a whip with a bird, but I had to throw that in there because oxpecker, come on. Really? That's what it's called? Stitch on a whip with a bird. There you go. Number 5. The Indian rhinoceros has the Latin name of Rhinoceros unicornis, unicornis, meaning one-horned. They are the second largest of the rhino family and are characterized by wart-like bumps on their hindquarters. Man, we're just all about the southern region. Stitch on a whip of your choice and tell us what your unicorn chart is or what is top of your to-buy list. I'm not sure I know what a unicorn chart is. That's really interesting. Let me... Okay, I'm just getting things that do not relate to cross stitch. I'm going to make a guess. So if you know, let me actually know down in the comments, because I'm guessing that a unicorn chart is something that is really rare or hard to come by, and it's, you know, the one that you really, really want. I would say probably anything that's like out of print, any of like the old Mirabilias, soon to be Lizzie Kate designs, stuff like that where it's old and you can't find it anymore. I'm going to say that's what a unicorn chart is, because that makes sense to me. Something that is really difficult to find, but is super prized by you. It doesn't have to be prized by everyone else. It's just something prized by you. I know I can get it. It's just I don't see it very often. For me, it would be a specific Mirabilia chart. So, which would also be at the top of my to-buy list. If I were to find it, I would not hesitate to pick up a physical copy of it at all. Dun, 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 dun. Or I really like just some of the, I like the Persephone and the Aphrodite Mirabilias, but those aren't my unicorn charts. Anyways, so other than that, that is all I got, plus task number 6 is the stitch for 30 minutes a day on a piece of your choosing. That's all I've got. Oh, this thing. So when my September haul comes out, because I filmed some of that today, you're going to see a section where I almost spill Mountain Dew all over the place. I didn't. I caught the bottle, but it was this bottle of Mountain Dew. And this is the limited edition 2021 mystery flavor Mountain Dew called Voodoo. Now, my face says it all. It's not like it's horrible, but it is not for me. I will finish that bottle, but I will not be buying it again. There's something very much like candy where it's too artificially sweet. Like I'm definitely getting almost like a grape. Lots of artificial grape. So if you're into that, maybe go find it. I found it at Walmart and I just took it out of the case. But that's all I got. I'm going to end this here so I can get it uploaded. I will see you all soon. In the meantime, happy stitching, happy reading, happy watching, happy listening, happy doing whatever it is that makes you happy doing. I will talk to you later. Be easy with your hearts.